Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, and we are here with Knight and Artemis who are about to start their third litter, and I have just rolled for the annual challenge, and it turns out this year we have the Skulk of Foxes challenge, which just means that if we see a fox we have to spend a decent amount of time chasing it, even if we can't catch it, and if we can we do have to kill it because basically there's an overabundance of foxes and they're eating all the food. So what we're going to do here is I think we're going to try and go for the den over here, but we don't have quite enough experience yet. However, I think we should have enough to unlock it over the winter hunts, so I'm still going to get these guys over here, and then I'm going to do the winter hunts, which may be a little bit extensive this time because we are going to have an arduous year this year. It is the third litter, and that is typically the arduous year unless a wolf has modifiers. So we're going to be doing that, but I'm going to try and get him set up at this den over here because that'll be a shorter distance to get to the cattle ranch, and that is very important for Knight's challenge, or his ability rather, that if he manages to successfully raid the cattle ranch, he can rescue one pup per time. He has to go back every episode, and if he does lose a pup, he has to go back again to be able to renew his chance. So we want to be able to go to the cattle ranch quite a lot if we have to. So it would be good to be close. So we're going to try and pick the den over here. And I do want to apologize for not having WolfQuest for a couple of weeks. With a bunch of new series starting up, it was kind of crazy and chaotic, and I also happened to get really super busy, and so I didn't exactly have the chance to record all the episodes and all the winter hunting and all of that. So do not worry, though. We should be back to our normal recording schedule now that everything's a little bit more settled out and I know how the new series are going to work. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and have these guys start the winter hunting, and hopefully they should unlock enough experience to be able to get that fourth den, which is right by the creek there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will record it as a montage and play it back for you guys afterwards. So that's going to wrap up the winter hunting, I think. We've got quite a few carcasses. I'm hoping it'll be enough. It is an arduous year, so I did try to compensate in how much we hunted, but hopefully it'll be okay. And now we just have to mark our territories and then have the puppies. So we're going to go ahead and do that here. And I'm a little nervous because it's been a while since we played on arduous, and I tend to either overcompensate or undercompensate with the carcasses. And there is quite a gap between challenging and arduous, so I don't entirely know how many carcasses we'll need, but I'm hoping that'll be enough, and I think near the den won't be quite as bad, because as you can see, we are literally just across the river from the cattle ranch. So I don't think it'll be too bad, at least here, and I'm hoping the journey will be alright as well. But we're just going to mark the territory here as quickly as possible. I have mixed feelings about this den. It's a good den. I do like it. It's not too far from the hunting grounds either. But it's kind of hard. Like, if you look at the den from here, the visibility is pretty bad. So, I don't know. It might be an issue. We'll have to see. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad, because this is where I want to set up next year too, because I think it'll be the most convenient for being near both the cattle ranch and the hunting grounds, and I think it's a good kind of in-between point. So hopefully it'll be okay for this year and next year. Yeah, I'm hoping. We shall see these things can be fickle. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we have 2 females, 2 males. We'll take a look at them, and then we're gonna be playing on Arduous. Let's just pause right here. I'm going to pause. I think they're all the same color. I'm going to pause while it is still daytime, because then we'll be able to actually see them, and then we'll switch it to night immediately after. So let me get my naming sheet up, and we'll go ahead and go to pack stats here and try and see. So we've used several of those names before. We have 2 males, 2 females. Let's see. I think we're going to call one of the females Athena. So I'll mark that name down. I always have to mark them off when I use them. We're going to call the other one, I think we're going to call the other female Paradox, because that is kind of a cool name. And these are all names you guys have submitted at one point or another, by the way, but I do get quite a lot of them, so just because you submit a name does not guarantee it will be used, but I will at least put it on my list to consider it in most cases. With some names, there's some names that I'm not going to use, so like if it's been used in another YouTuber's series and I know that, I'm probably not going to use the same name just because I don't want to do that. But if it's either a fairly common name, so like, okay, there are a lot of wolves called Shadow or whatever, or although technically I already had a Shadow, I also don't reuse names if I can help it. But yeah, for the most part, I will accept all names as long as they're appropriate. But if they've been used before in our series or in someone else's and it was a really popular series or whatever, I may not use them. So do keep that in mind while when submitting names here. So we have the 2 males left, and I think we're going to call one Kamats, because that is kind of a cool name. That actually means freedom, I believe. That's what it came with for whoever submitted it. And I think we'll call the last male Shiro. So we're going to go ahead, and that will be our ones. Actually, we do have a slightly... Okay, Paradox, I think, is slightly different colored. We're actually going to go ahead and sleep real fast as well, just to turn it back to night, because that is part of night's challenge. And we're going to head straight off to the cattle ranch. Technically, this is a Train Your Pups mission, but it's much easier to get to the cattle ranch straight away and at least get some food in before we have to worry about any of the rest of that. So let's come down here, and hopefully, I don't know if the cattle ranch actually scales with difficulty, because it's been fine on the easier levels, but I don't know. If it scales with difficulty, I always worry a little bit. I always get too paranoid there anyway, because I think we have a lot more time than I tend to think we do, but I always get worried because night actually doesn't have any protection at the cattle ranch. We've had other wolves that have. Oh, there's the calf right there. That's good. That's a good spot for it. Okay, we're good. But we actually don't have any protection, so if night were to be killed here at the ranch, we just have to move on immediately to air selection. Alright, let's quickly eat. Oh my gosh, they start barking so soon. I think we have time to get it all in, though. I think we're okay. Come on, come on, come on, hurry. Hurry, is that it? I think that's it. Okay, we're gonna just run. Oh, we didn't make it over. No! Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're still barking. We're still good. Oh gosh, that was almost bad. Oh my gosh! Um... Well... 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 I will be back. Okay. So... First of all, I don't even have words to describe how completely and utterly terrifying that was for me. But... I think what we're gonna say happened because the game didn't register that he was dead. We managed to get out of there. We're not going to say he died because the game didn't register his death. But what I did do here is I've gone back and I went and I actually edited his wolf because it still did happen. So I think what happened here with Knight is he did get shot, he did get injured, but he survived. And so he's still okay, he's alive, but he got hit in the leg. And so he's now going to probably, for the rest of his life, have the limpy body type. It also didn't register that we actually got food for some reason. So I guess that, I guess we're going to say he wasn't successful. He was probably severely injured. I imagine Artemis may have had to drag him out of there. But he did escape, just barely. And we really need to get some food right away here because the pups are getting very hungry. So that's about as close as a brush with disaster as you can possibly get in this game. I think Knight has inherited a lot of his father's luck because, let's face it, Nova was an incredibly lucky wolf most of the time. And Knight is very, very fortunate to be here right now. So he will have... Let me just quickly go to pack stats as well, because I believe... Yeah. So the leg also... Having a limpy leg actually modifies the stats here. And so he already wasn't a fast wolf. Now he's going to be even slower, but he's going to be a little bit stronger because of that. So let's get these guys fed. Oh my gosh. This is going to be extremely difficult. But we do have, now for the rest of this episode, we have a chance to rescue a puppy. We're not going to go back to the cattle ranch because, yikes. I am going to go get more food. And then we're going to come back and finish training the pups. Maybe we'll do some of that from down here. And I also don't know how many predators we're going to have to chase off. That is probably one of the closest times we've ever come to having a wolf be eliminated from the legacy. I think the only exception would be with Kaya, because Kaya technically did die as well. But because we were so close, we opted to give her another chance, although her story was cut short. She was permanently injured and not able to raise another litter of puppies. I don't know, you guys. You may have to vote. Or maybe I'll put up a poll and see if you think Knight is well enough to raise another litter. He's going to finish with this one for sure. But maybe we should up the difficulty to bring it on here as well. I'll have a couple options in that poll for you, because that was way too close. My goodness, my heart was pounding. I can't believe we managed to escape that. I still can't believe that happened. Alright, that's a coyote. Oh man, we gotta chase this guy off. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to... Here we go. Alright, we're gonna come back down here. So yeah, I'll put up a poll in the video description for you guys. Oh, they're hungry again. Oh my gosh, this is going to be really, really hard. You'll also have to tell me if you think Knight should be able to go back to the cattle ranch, or if he will either need to find a new challenge or a new ability, or if his ability should just be null and void and he can't use it anymore, because after something like that, I don't know. I'm not sure even Knight would want to go back. I think he's learned a very, very serious lesson about the dangers of that ranch. And I kind of feel like most of his pups probably won't want anything to do with that place. So, gosh, I swear I didn't know that was going to happen either. I know I was just talking about it, but that was complete and total disturbing coincidence and nothing more. My goodness. I'm still in shock. Kamatz is walking away. What is this guy doing here? Did we get the other one, or did I end up running off someplace else? I thought we killed the other one. I think we did. But they keep spawning. Why do they keep spawning? They're probably going for the carcasses, because I don't think we're able to have predators yet. But, my gosh. I can't believe that happened. Alright. I'm gonna feed these guys. And then we're gonna go get more food. And I think Kamatz is okay. We're gonna go get more food and we're gonna mark the territory, because the last thing I want is a stranger wolf showing up. Especially with Knight being injured. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am in complete and total shock right now. No, I've said that like 3 times, but you guys, my heart is pounding. Oh my word. I didn't even know. That is the most both the most ridiculously lucky and the most ridiculously unlucky timing that I have ever seen. Holy cow. I can't believe that happened. There's a coyote. No, you stay away. Stay away. No, you leave my pups alone. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. I'm still very shaken. I am legitimately very shaken. I cannot believe that just happened. Oh, man. So yeah, you guys, make sure you vote in that poll before you head off to do whatever else you're gonna do today. Make sure you vote in that poll, and make sure that you guys help decide on what exactly is going to come of this. Will Knight be able to have another litter, or is he going to be considered too injured? I'm not happy. I am legitimately very unhappy right now. Okay, come on. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay, it's gone. Oh my gosh, it almost looked like it was leaping right on the puppies there. Okay, let's feed these guys quickly, and then we've got to go get our health up again. Okay, everybody's been fed. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. But yeah, there will be a variety of different things you guys will have to decide on there in that poll. And, yeah. It'll be up to you, I think, to decide what becomes of Knight and his family. And on that note, I think it's getting to be about time to call the episode here. So I think I'm going to howl again and raise the pack affinity a little more. I think that we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.